We are off to a wonderful start of our Easter week and Passover week, a week of miracles and transformation. We're allowing ourselves to truly be lifted and shifted by the Christ light within. So grateful. Yes. And we have we always start off with a prayer. Angela is going to give us that prayer today. I'm going to turn it over to you, Angela. Oh, by the way, Angela is a member of the Power of Love staff. She's an integral member of the staff, longtime member of the staff, and she also is one of the certified spiritual counselors. She's a teacher in this ministry. She's a leader on all levels, and love to have her here at Sundays with Spirit. Thank you, Angela.
All right, thank you, everyone. So let us take a moment to turn within. If you'd like to place your hand on your heart, take a nice, nourishing breath. So grateful for this opportunity to be together in the light. So grateful for the opportunity to join together and consciously open to the gifts, the blessings of spirit that are ours now. So grateful to connect with our higher self, to get maximum benefit from this time together. And we make an offering of anything that would distract or disrupt the flow of divine insight and that pure connection with our source. And we declare an openness to receive the gifts that Neda is bringing through her music, to receive the gifts, the wisdom through Jennifer's message, and to receive the benefit from being in community with those we may be in a breakout with. So we're open and receptive, staying in charge of our mind, to stay focused on the light, to stay focused on love. And we go forth to freely share the benefits we receive with the precious one, our brothers and sisters. We allow this to be. We know it's done, and so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Amen, amen. Thank you, Angela. That was beautiful. Oh, and I'm so grateful to have Neda here again. She is an inspiration to everyone she comes in contact with. She's a heart touching singer and a songwriter and a voice liberator who uses her music as a tool for healing. Don't we know it here? In 2018, she released her debut and award winning album, The Light Has Come. And all of the songs on that album are inspired by A Course in Miracles. Neda also works in prisons and teaches voice liberation, a method which uses the voice to raise and release our obstacles to the love that we are. She's also got a second album entitled Remember Your Dreaming. And everything about Neda is an inspiration. She's going to give us our music and our message today. So it's wonderful to have you here with us, Neda.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Hi, everyone. Yeah, super happy to join again. So much fun. So, thank you for having me again. Yeah, love to see you guys. Beautiful. Yeah, I'll start with a song, and I was kind of praying into which song, I wanted to be sung for today. And the song "I Give It All to You" came very strongly in mind. It's a song that I have on my latest album, "Remember Your Dreaming." And it's really a song of surrender. And this word also came to me as I was just thinking of like what wants to be talked about for this session. I usually have no idea and just really let the spirit take it over. But I do like to listen for some inspiration or if there's certain topics that come up. And I heard the word surrender come up strongly. So this is really a song about surrender, and yeah, handing everything over into the hands of the Spirit. Yeah, so you can use it as a meditation and just get settled a bit more, and maybe see if there's anything you're holding on to that you feel to release today, as we joined here. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this song. I give it all to you. Take my past and all my regrets. Take all my choices. I give it all to you. Take my thoughts, my fear of loss. Take all that I've been through. I give it all to you. 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 Take all my wishes and all my desires. Take all my sadness. I give it all to you. Take all my beliefs, 'cause I want to be what you would have me be. So I give it all to you. 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 I Thank
Oh, what a
you.
blessing. What a blessing. Thank you so much, Neda. Just feel free to continue on with your message.
Beautiful. Okay. I sort of had in mind that there was going to be like a meditation or something, but that's beautiful. Then I'll go
I'll do
more
the
into that.
meditation after you give your talk.
Right. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I do want to get settled a little bit more. So before I see whatever spirit has in store for us with this surrender topic, and I saw some other intentions coming through in the chat as well. I saw forgiveness, self-forgiveness. Yeah, to be the peace of God. I see someone said, Lynn says, my intention is love, to love unconditionally in everyone, Rafi says. Beautiful. So yeah, I just like to invite you guys to, if it feels good for you, to just close your eyes for a moment. And just take a moment to see if your body maybe wants to stretch or wiggle, move, yawn. Maybe you like to shake your body a little bit. And let's just all take a few big sighs. So we just inhale. And you can exhale, even on a sound, if that feels good for you. And just relax your face, relax your jaw. Wow. Maybe you like to make some funny faces. Wow. And I'd just like you to take a moment and just check how you're feeling today, what thoughts and what feelings did you bring to this session. And see if you can just look at it with love, with acceptance, with maybe even curiosity, just being open to see, like, how am I sitting here today? Let's see if you can invite all of it. If you can really let yourself just come as you are in this moment. So whether it's tiredness that you're feeling, or sadness, discomfort, or just joy and peace, see if you can invite all of it. Nothing needs to be different. And then we invite the Spirit. We remember that we don't have to do anything ourselves. We don't have to know anything. That just our willingness to be here today is enough. So let's give another big sigh as we release ourselves from any expectations. Let it out. Spirit got us. See yourself just handing over this session. Maybe feeling that intention again that you had, feel it in your heart. And just give it to the Spirit as well. The Spirit knows your heart. Ready to take us deeper. So we're just going to continue. So see if you can stay in this meditative space. You can keep your eyes closed for now if that feels okay for you. You can really imagine the spirit standing right next to you, holding your hand, guiding you through this journey together, this experience. That you will get exactly what you need. That all minds are joined, that we're healing together, we're walking back home together. So I'd like for you to invite a situation in your mind that you're feeling, you're struggling with a bit, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot. See what situation or what relationship comes to mind where you feel that it's hard to really see love, to be love, to extend love. Just let it come in your mind as it is. Just welcome it, even if it feels uncomfortable, or it might still trigger you in this moment. Just notice. See if you can invite this situation or this person. And we're going to take a moment to just look at our judgments, maybe our feelings of being wronged, and see if you can really be super honest with yourself about this. So don't try to spiritualize it. Don't try to be the good course student that is just trying to say that it's all love, that it's all good. As A Course in Miracles says, like, don't be afraid to look at your special hate relationships, because salvation lies in actually looking at it, to not conceal it, to suppress it, but to actually look at, okay, what is it actually that I'm unconsciously or consciously believing about my brothers and sisters or about myself. And the spiritual ego really wants to hide under that cloak of it's all love, it's all peace. But if that was really so, you would also always feel that love and peace if you'd really believe that. So let's really be honest with ourselves for a moment and just look at those thoughts, those judgments. As the workbook lesson, let all of my grievances be replaced by miracles. It starts off by saying, look at the judgments, look at the thoughts, it even says, look at the quote unquote sins that you perceive in your brother. Look at them, because they're in your mind, they're there. And unless we dare to look at them, they will not go anywhere. So we need to shine a light upon them. And we're doing that together now with the Spirit. So there's really the invitation to look. Don't hide any thought. Don't hide any grudge, grievance about this person or this situation. Let it rise to the surface. And perhaps you can notice also where you feel that in your body. And I'd like to invite you to do a little sound experiment with me, this voice liberation experiment. Maybe it's new for you, maybe if you've already done it. Good thing is that you can't do it wrong ever. It's always good, whatever comes out, even if it's just silence. My voice is your voice. So, but what I would like for you to explore is what sound wants to be released from those grudges, those grievances, those judgments. You can see all of these grievances and thoughts as a vibration as well. They all have their own vibration and frequency, and they can actually be released through your voice, through the vibration of your voice, straight into the hands of the Spirit. So how do you do that? Is we can inhale into those thoughts, those feelings, those judgments, those grudges, and we can exhale on whatever sound wants to come out. So this is not about singing. This is not about singing beautifully. It's not about performing. Maybe there are very weird sounds coming out. Maybe it's very loud. Maybe it's very soft. Maybe it's a cry. All I'm inviting you to do is just to be open and curious and to see what wants to be released through your voice. And with every sound that you make, you can imagine as if those sounds just drop into the hands of the Spirit. Okay, so let's try just a few rounds, and we can start by just sighing and slowly going over into sound. So connect with those judgments. Allow them to come up in your mind. Allow the emotions to come up, the grievances, the judgments. Don't hold back. Now give your voice over to them. And inhale into those judgments, those grievances. And exhale on whatever sound wants to be released from that. So maybe at first it's just some big sighs, everything very comfortable. Maybe you notice your body wants to shake or move along as well. Just let it do whatever it wants to do. To come up and out, and maybe it's just in silence. Maybe you connect with my voice, which is perfect, and you can just imagine yourself handing over all of those grievances, those thoughts, those judgments straight into the hands of the Spirit. Maybe it's just those big sighs. That's fine also. See if you can relax your face. See yourself handing it all over into the hands of the Spirit. And so now we go a step deeper together with the Spirit. And we look at what belief is triggered by this situation that is actually causing this upset. As we know from A Course in Miracles, I'm never upset for the reason I think. So let's dive a little bit deeper and look at the deeper cause of our upset. which is always a false belief. That the ego is using this situation to try to prove this belief to you. So you can imagine the ego telling you, well, this situation would have never happened if you weren't so this or that. So the situation would have never happened if you were good enough, right? This happened because you're not good enough, or this happened because you are guilty, or this happened because you are not supported, or because you don't belong. So see, what is it for you? What is the ego telling you? What is the situation seemingly proving you? Find a specific belief, it always comes down to the belief that you've separated yourself from God. The belief in separation is always the root cause of every perceived problem. But it can it can seem a little bit abstract. So it usually helps to get a little bit more specific. But if you can't find another belief, it's totally fine to go straight to the core, the belief in separation. And none of these beliefs are, of course, true. Just take a moment again and to feel, okay, where is this belief playing itself out in my life? Where do I recognize this belief? Where is this affecting my relationships? Where is this affecting the way that I do things, that I talk to myself or talk to other people? How is this affecting the way that I view my life? How is this maybe even affecting my health? The way I feel? And so we'll go a few more rounds to sound this belief and to hand it over. And again, you can join me. And if you feel to just be in silence, that's also fine. My voice is your voice. And you can just imagine fully handing over this belief into the hands of the Spirit. This belief of not being good enough, or of being guilty, or of being unsafe, being alone, being separated, being guilty. Hand it all over in the hands of the Spirit. We don't want to keep dragging on this belief. And you're all here because you're done believing those beliefs. Okay, so just feel wherever it is, in your heart, in your body, your mind, and see if you can hand over your voice to it and be open to what wants to be released. Just see it's very relaxed, very low sounds, maybe some deep sighs. As you imagine yourself just handing over these beliefs. body wants to move along as well, or shake it out. Oh. False belief. To replace this belief for the truth, for the love that we truly are. So let all of our grievances be replaced by miracles. So it's really by our willingness. Like, do we want to hold on to that grievance, to that belief? It's really the choice between heaven and hell. Like this choice of, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? It's really this choice of, do I want to be in hell or do I want to be in heaven? Do I want to be free or do I want to be in prison? And the Course states very clear that it's in truth not even a decision. That in truth, there's only love, so you can't even choose between love and fear. As the Course says, salvation is a decision made already. Attacking grievances are not there to choose. And that is why I always choose between truth and illusion, between what is there and what is not. So it's really this choice. It's not even really a choice, but it seems to be a choice. Because for us, these dreams, these dream figures became very real. So it seems that we have to make this choice for love, the side against fear, the side against the ego. But I always love to remember that in truth, it's really not even a choice. You know, that I can't even have anything else but love. That, yes, within the illusion, the opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. That's why the Course always talks about this journey without distance. That it seems as though we're on a journey, but really it's to a place that we've never left. That's why it says that enlightenment is just a recognition, that it's not really a change. It's really just about recognizing who we already are. And we do that by giving up our grievances, because these grievances are blocking our sights, are blocking this awareness of the love that we truly are. That's the only thing that is blocking it. It's never truly lost. We can only lose the sight of it for a moment. It's like the clouds that come in front of the sun, blocking its light, blocking its warmth, but it never truly affects the sun. The sun never stops shining. No matter how cloudy it is, the sun is always there, shining. It's just like us, this love that we truly are. It can never change. We don't have that power. We can't change what God created perfectly. The only thing we can do is forget about it for a moment. Lose sight of it. Because our grievances are like those dark clouds in front of the sun. The ego will try to make us think that our grievances give us something, that we should hold on to them, that we will be nothing without them. But we know better than this. We want to be free, otherwise we wouldn't be here today. So with knowing that, and let's take a few big sighs. Let's really fully hand over all these grievances and really state with perfect clarity that we want our grievances to be replaced by miracles. Let's do another big sigh as we hand that over, and now see maybe if you like to shake your body as you sigh it. Just release it. Beautiful. We can also set this intention together now that from now on we will use this situation or this relationship to remember the miracle, to remember the love that we truly are. So we will not use it any longer to learn that we're something that we're not. But instead, we want to really use this to confirm and to remember more deeply that we are so innocent, that we are so loved, that we are still as God created us. Whole, complete. And we will be gentle with ourselves. So the next time these grievances pop up again, let's not try to push them away, try to spiritualize them. But let's look at them together with the Spirit, together with this light. As the Course says, light does not attack darkness, but it does shine it away. And it's instant. The moment you shine a light on something, the light doesn't first ask the darkness if it can go away, or the darkness doesn't have to fill in some sort of survey or to see if it's qualified to be shined away by the light. It's instant. The moment the light shines upon it, it's gone. But the Course thus says, okay, but for me to shine away these grievances, you do have to bring them to me. If you keep them hidden, I can't do anything with that. So that's why I keep saying don't be afraid to look within. There's nothing to fear there. All those scary snakes are just ropes, harmless. Those scary monsters are just curtains. Let out a few more big sighs. And place your hand on your heart. One more big sigh. Beautiful. Thank you. I think Jennifer will now take us into a meditation. Is that right? Or do I
I
have
feel
something
like we've been
scheduled?
floating in a meditation for 40 minutes. I think we're good for meditation. I'm wondering, would you like to give us a song before we do a breakout?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I had that totally in mind, but I didn't want to mess up the schedule that you
Oh,
said.
it's good.
Beautiful. I would love to do a song. Yeah. So, yeah, I have this mantra coming up. I sang it today in another event that I had earlier, and it's a really easy mantra, and it's very nice to sing along. And the lyrics are, I am an innocent child of God. And you can sing it completely your own way. And if you just want to be silent and listen to me, that's of course perfectly fine as well. But you might be surprised what it does for you if you actually sing it yourself as well. And so, yeah, I am an innocent child of God. I really felt to sing this one after our deep exercise meditation. Because this is what we want to affirm. I want to use all of our relationships to remember this. I'm an innocent child of God. So I'll sing it the way that it came through for me, and feel totally free to sing it in your own way. Higher, lower, whatever feels good. I am an innocent child of God. 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 That's it. Okay. I am an innocent child of God. 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 Now see if you can let in a person in your mind that it feels very easy to sing this to, where you can very easily see that innocence in this person. And you can imagine singing it for this person. And just as you sing it, just know that what you see in this person, this innocence, is within you as well. So that you're just, by perceiving it in them and singing it sort of for them, you are receiving that truth yourself and deepening these roots of this truth that you are an innocent child of God. So let's think of someone that is very easy to sing this for. And we can sing it as you. You are an innocent child of God. 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 Okay, now I invite you together with the Spirit. See if you can invite someone in your mind that you find it a bit more difficult to sing this for. It can be somebody you know, or maybe somebody you just know from television, somebody in the world. Anyone is perfect for this. Now see if you can hand these words over to the Spirit and really know, like, if I can't see this innocence in this person, how can I see it anywhere else? How can I know it for myself? So even if we can't see it yet, just like the course lesson says, God is the love in which I forgive. It's this love of God that can look through us and see the truth. So maybe you can see as if you can hand over your eyes, hand over your vision, and see, like, okay, maybe right now, this feels a little bit tricky to sing this for that person. It's like, that that is not an innocent child of God. But maybe we can try and hand over our vision and say like, okay, I'm willing to, really you're saying I'm willing to be free, because as long as we can see any brother or sister as the Christ, we're going to be stuck. Lesson 75 says, the light has come, I've forgiven the world. It doesn't say I've forgiven a part of the world or I've forgiven like these few people. No, it says I've forgiven the world, the whole world, everyone in it. So let's try it, maybe with a little lightness, a little humor. It's okay if you can still feel a little bit like, yuck, I can't sing that. Like, just be playful with it. So we think of this person that it feels a little bit harder to sing this for, and just see what happens if you just do sing it. And if you're not singing out loud, maybe just in your mind, join with my voice. Time, hand over your vision to the spirits. I want to know my brother as myself. I want to see the Christ. I want to be free. Love does not attack. Love does not hold grievances. I cannot know myself if I can't see the Christ in all of my brothers and sisters. So we ask Jesus, we ask the Spirit, okay, show me then, how can I look beyond the body? How can I look beyond my brother's past? How can I see truly with the eyes of the Spirit, with the eyes of love? Teach me. Be my eyes, be my ears. You are an innocent child of God. An innocent child of God. You are an innocent child of God. You are an innocent child of God. Let's let out a big sigh. Again to I am. And maybe if it feels good for you, you can open your eyes. There's a few people that have their camera on, which is lovely, and maybe you can look around and just as you're singing this, see that if you're singing this, I'm an innocent child of God. That means that you recognize not only your own innocence, but everyone's innocence. So maybe you can look around a bit in the gallery. Just see how it feels to confirm this truth with your eyes open. I am an innocent child of God. Child of God. get a little crazy with it. Like make your own version. Maybe you like to move with it. Maybe you like to go a little higher or louder or softer or whatever feels good for you. You can improvise a bit, maybe change the rhythm a bit. Let's see. I am an innocent child of God. I am an innocent child of God. Oh, I am an innocent child of God. I am an innocent child of God. Oh, Okay, now we'll sing a few more rounds. You are an innocent child of God. And now it's the same thing, you know, the moment that you're singing, you are an innocent child of God, maybe it feels easier to recognize that innocence in the beautiful people we're seeing here. But no, like as you're saying that, it's the same as saying, I am an innocent child of God. So see how that feels, to just look at somebody here in the gallery and sing it for them. And as you sing it for them, really feel if you can fully receive that truth to yourself as well. By knowing, like, if I perceive you as the Son of God, the daughter of God, this innocent child of God, I receive that lesson myself as well, that truth. And I strengthen that truth in my mind. As what I teach, I learn, right? So let's see how that feels. You are an innocent child of God. 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 Okay, maybe switch to another person. You are an innocent child of God. 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 And even for the people that don't have their camera on, you know, they're all there. So this also symbolizes the people that we might not see, you know, in the world, or the people that just come across in our minds. Can we see everyone as innocent, whether they're close to us or whether we've never even seen them or never even spoken to them? They're all part of this one mind that we're also part of. So let's do one more round. You are an innocent child of God. And now see if you can look at someone that doesn't have their camera on, as you extend this truth and receive it yourself. You are an innocent child of God. 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 it. We receive that gift ourselves, what we've just given and receiving our one in truth. Let's let out a few big sighs. Maybe see if you want to move or shake a bit. Beautiful. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, you rocked us like a little bitty baby there. Ooh, I'm floating. I'm floating. Thank you, Neda. Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness. Well, now we're going to do that thing that we do here. We're going to go into our breakouts, and it's an opportunity to share what came up for you during this just beautiful process Neda has rocked us through and gently rocked us through, and to share what is coming up. Like Linda's asking, does this mean we see Putin as innocent? So these are things that you can discuss in the breakout. How does that feel? What is our resistance? And what are we willing to turn over to the Holy Spirit? So in the breakout, it's not very long, so I invite you to make sure that anyone who in the breakout would like to share gets an opportunity to share. You'll see a timer counting down the time there. And Angela is our pilot. She's going to put us into the rooms, and we'll all come back in just a little bit. So while the folks are going into the breakout there, Neda, I just want to mention someone said that they're hosting you for a concert in Lakeland, Florida. And I wanted to make sure you know that you can list any of your events at livingacourseofmiracles.com, and we would love to have
Oh,
you do
okay.
that. Yeah,
Beautiful. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'll
yeah,
give you all the dates.
it's a free
Yeah.
listing. You'll see there's a form there on the website to fill out.
Oh, great.
Yeah, yeah. So the idea is that people all over the world, if they're going someplace, they're going to be there on vacation maybe, that they could go and find out what are the Course in Miracles events coming to
Perfect.
that area or their area.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be touring from May 25 to August 11th from
Wow.
Florida to Toronto.
Wow. Up the East Coast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
I'll have to go to your website and see where, yeah. So I'm on the east-ish. I'm not on the coast, nowhere near the coast, but I'm in the eastern part of the
Amazing.
United
Where are
States.
you where are you at
I'm in
exactly?
Vermont,
Right.
which
Right.
is we're just about here half an hour or so from Canada.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Awesome.
From like Montreal, not too far from.
Right. Okay, yeah, I think that's a little bit too far that side. Because Toronto is not so close to
Right.
you then, right?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again.
Yes. Well, that's exciting. So let's see here. Araba, nice to see you there. Uh, Araba's on our staff at the Power of Love Ministry. She's a teacher in the ministry and a counselor in the ministry. Araba, would you like to share anything?
I would love to. Thank you, Jennifer. Netta, I met you in Boston, and
Yeah.
we had a chance to take a picture and spend some time together. And I've been crying as you have been playing. It's just been so beautiful. And for me, it had been such a sense of release, really. My current work, and the last line you said about, as we teach, we learn. And that's the message I keep getting from Spirit. So it's interesting that a year ago I was the speaker here and you are now. So the voice liberation, I just want to say I'm so delighted to see your light shining, your new album, your gorgeous music reaching more and more people, and just you fulfilling your function as a teacher and as a bringer of love. I first and foremost want to say that to you.
Thank you so much. Oh, love seeing you again.
Good to see you too. I know we have short time, so I'll let someone else speak.
Faith, would you like to share?
Oh, sure. Yes. Nate, so good to see you again here. And this beautiful sound bath of love is really what it feels like. And it does evoke so much peace and love and emotion that sometimes we kind of don't get to access that. So your beautiful music is doing that, and your new album. And I've been watching your YouTube videos where you're doing exactly what you did today, and it's amazing. And what are you calling those? I've forgotten what they're called.
A voice liberation?
Voice liberation, yes.
Right.
Yes, it's so beautiful. A couple of things came up for me as through this whole process, and uh, something that you said when you were in speaking and playing, that you do have to bring these grievances, these the unforgiveness, and all of the thoughts of not enoughness to the spirit, and that you don't be afraid to look at them and then bring them to the spirit, because otherwise it's like I'm not going to look under the bed at that scary monster, and then it sits in the background. I know that for me that's what happens. It can
Yeah.
sit in the background and feel like I have this sort of low current it's a vibration
Yeah.
of worry or anxiety that might happen. Like, so if they say the scary monster is a belief in scarcity.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at, and I really want to look at it. And even when I do, it feels really scary. But in offering that up today, I really offered that up in this sound bath that you gave us, this voice liberation. And something about the vibration of the voice and the music um, allowed me to just really surrender. And I think that's really an amazing thing. So I really want to thank you for that. But it is about like remembering that if I don't look at it, it is going to sit in the background and it's going to color many of the things that my choices and the things that I do in life and how I interact with people. And so by giving that up, and the other thing that I just loved is this beautiful chant, I am an innocent child of God. And it's, the teaching is so simple and so profound and so healing. And I'm thinking about this portrait that my mother had made of all of us kids when we were little, like 1 years old. She had a portrait made of each of us, and she gave it to me before she passed. And I have it up um, in my bedroom on my wall, mostly as a reminder that it was, my mother gave it to me. But now I would love to take that picture and just sing to her. You are an innocent child of God. And I think what a wonderful practice. I think we all have pictures of us when we were children, just to sing to that. Instead of, beautiful. I was thinking of a really beautiful child I met last night. I was out to dinner with a friend, and there was this amazing little girl sitting next to us, 1 years old, and she was just the lighting up the whole place. And I was thinking of singing it to her, but I also said, yeah, there's that other child, that innocent child in me, in all of us, that is there for us to remember, to sing to love,
Yeah.
to embrace.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this day.
Yeah. It's interesting. Sometimes we have so much resistance to seeing the innocence and the perfection, the beauty, all these different aspects of our divine expression in other people. And to me, I take it as, well, I'm just not willing to see it in myself, and I'm projecting that out onto someone else. And so, in order for me to see it in myself, must be willing to see it really in everyone,
Yeah, without exception.
without exception. And I was contemplating yesterday. It feels so strong to me that uh, there are no accidents in this world. Everything is intentional, and that the love of God is so intentional that we could not be experiencing anything in this world if it were not to instigate more love, more peace, more joy, no matter how horrific it is, that it actually is for the purpose of being helpful, and that's one of the things it says in the teacher's manual in that development of trust section, that it's hard, it's hard to understand that everything is helpful, everything. It's hard, in other places, Jesus says, everything is working together for good, everything. And so I do feel so strongly that what is happening in the Ukraine is for the highest and best, that humanity is getting yet another chance to say, is this tolerable? Is it intolerable? What can you accept? What can you not accept? Can you, are you going to take offense? Are you going to be angry? Are you going to be hurt? You're going to be afraid? Or are you going to reach out with love? Are you going to pray for peace? Or are you going to condemn and criticize and be offended? What will you choose? And that's what I was saying in my daily blog today, that if we, the spiritual students, struggle to see the innocence in our brothers and sisters, and it's natural really for us to do that when we're ego identified. It's normal for us to have resistance, to feel unwilling. When that's going on in our minds, can we actually expect someone who was raised in a different way, someone who has a different inner directive, someone who has a wish for domination and punishment, that they would, how can we expect them to change their minds when we as spiritual students saying we're dedicated to this are not willing to change our minds? So that's why, to me, it's so important to be able to have this kind of a dialogue about, are we willing to see the innocence in ourselves and each other? Angela, would you like to share anything?
Hey, I'm just wondering if my words will work. um, yeah, I'm like, Neda, you took good care of us, but I'm like, I guess I had like a certain amount of tears like on the peripheral that just needed to go, and I didn't know they were there. And I do love singing, so I think you just awakened this other thing where I was like, oh well, if I'm kind of struggling, sometimes I'm aware how sometimes where like I feel like I'm using the mind to approach the mind, and that doesn't always seem to be effective. And now it does, but it feels so tricky. Like I have to figure out who's the who and who's the, and then with the music, it just feels like the sound frequency goes around that trick. And then you're just in this, you are not dealing with the mind in the mind, because my heart felt like wide open lotus flower thing. And then I could see the challenge you walked us through. It was cool because I could see it like, that Zoom filter where you can blur out the background and you just see the person. And it was like, that's what came to me, that, because I can drop the story of what I'm putting on the person when I'm in my heart. And you took me to my heart. So that was so easy. And then it was like I could see them, and the other details were like blurred and not important. And but I just feel like when you were playing, I was like, I made up a song, and I'm like, oh, I write prayers or I journal, but I forget that I can sing. I could sing my prayer. And that is something I think is like an untapped avenue that, so I felt so grateful to have that experience. And I get the word liberation, it was like, oh, because I've had this desire to sing, but I tried out for like Star Search. It's like, what do I do with this? But like, how do I use this for my own healing? And I worked with Faith, and it was like, and it was like a beautiful experience. And it's like, all right. And I'm still, desiring to, because that avenue, and again, I don't have all the like full awareness, but it's the place between the heart and the mind. And so that's where, and now I'm also teaching a 3-year-old how to communicate, because she's got all the emotions and she has no communication yet. And so, Putin is innocent. It's like, I'm just seeing how, if, and I love that line from Byron Katie, if you were believing what they were believing, you do what they were doing. So it's like, basically, if
Right.
we're willing to hand over our beliefs, then we're doing the work to get us all to the place where we would hand over the beliefs that hurt us and other people. But yeah, I feel so grateful for the journey you took us on. And it felt so good to be like in your hands. It was like, oh, I feel good. Like you're taking good care of me. So thank you so much.
I love hearing that. That's so awesome. Yeah, go write and share your voice, and kids love doing this as well. Like they're so open to it because like little kids, they're all still so free in their expression and their sounds, and they'll just sing. So they love the sighing and the making sounds, and it's so easy with them. So yeah,
And just today, Justine was just screaming. And I could feel how I'm like, oh, doesn't that feel liberating? Like I'm not that good at screaming because I feel like I never had a chance to scream. And sometimes screaming is like a survival skill. It's like a good thing.
Yes.
I just wanted her to scream. I was like, oh, I could feel the third shock. I was like, and she's like, well, but the neighbors, I'm like, well, just tell me like screaming now. We'll just let me like it. Because I can feel how liberating it is. For her. Yeah.
Awesome.
Everybody's going to come back from the breakout here in just a moment.
Jennifer, when you were talking about Putin and us as spiritual students, I was actually having a conversation with another student of the course today, and we were just talking about the "it shouldn't be this way" story, whatever that looks like. And when I drew a willingness card, it was, I'm willing to let go of thinking I should know how things should be. And so I think that is really the practice, whether it's for ourselves or for looking at anyone else. And so when Neda was really doing the "I am an innocent child" or "you're an innocent child," I really noticed a difference between whether people tend to project inwardly and attack inwardly versus outwardly. So I love the way that exercise could encompass both people. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for that. All right. How was the breakout? Was it helpful? Yes. Good. All right. I'm glad. Yeah, it's so valuable, I think, to be able to give everybody a chance to share if they'd like to. To me, so much healing happens when we share. And it kind of doesn't matter if we're sharing or someone else is sharing, because I get just as many ahas when I'm sharing as when someone else is sharing. And it's listening to that voice of spirit, whoever's talking, right? And if we're interested in the ahas and the inspiration, then it will find us. We will find it. We'll be that congruent match for it. Well, we have been, I just keep feeling like, uh, what's the Paul Simon song? Love You Like a Rock, rock you like a little, yeah, that's how it feels to me today. Just that sweet rocking. And that's so invigorating and restorative and renewing. That's what I feel, Neda. And of
Mm.
course, we're all contributing, right? Our consciousness to this renewal and restoration. So let's do our announcements, and then Neda will give us another song, and then Angela will give us another prayer, and we'll be complete for today. Next week, we have Karen J. Gardner. She is speaking. Next Sunday is Easter Sunday. We will be here. I will be here, and I look forward to that. I love, uh, I love a spiritual gathering on Easter Sunday. I really, really do. And some announcements. We have another Enneagram class coming up with Rosalind Rourke. This is on the instincts, the 3 instincts. So if you're into the Enneagrams, come join us in the instincts class on the 14th. And then I'm starting my Prayer Power series, 4 classes, 4 Mondays, starting a week from tomorrow on April 18th. So if you'd like to dive deep into praying the A Course in Miracles way, so that your prayer is a powerful tool and you really can leave behind this idea that you're ever helpless or without resources. You feel that anchor in prayer and you feel connected to the one power and presence and actively available to use it for good. It's a life changer. Certainly changed my life, learning how to pray in an affirmative way, the way that A Course in Miracles teaches. And then on April 23rd, we have Karen J. Gardner's class series starting. She dives deep into A Course in Miracles, talking about joining and really, really understanding deeply the unity of all life, the oneness. So these are wonderful opportunities coming up. I'd also like to say thank you to everyone who donates to support this ministry. You make these Sundays with Spirit possible. You make the podcasts possible. You make the daily prayers and inspiration possible, because all of it takes a staff of people, and we pay their salaries with your donations. So thank you for contributing. And an easy way to do it is to sign up for the A Course in Miracles text messages. We send them every day. And so you can get inspirational text messages. But you can also sign up for free for the text messages, or you can set up a one-time donation or a recurring donation. And I think that's it for me with announcements. Oh, Stop Playing Small Retreat is in May, online again this year. Maybe next year we'll do it in person. And Neda, do you have any announcements you'd like to make before your next song?
Yeah, so for the people that are interested in getting more into this, like, experiencing the course through the voice, I actually recently made a beautiful online program that takes you through these steps of like how to connect your voice with your emotions, how to really use your voice for healing. You can do it on your own time, and you get lifelong access. And there's a whole library after you've done the steps, with a big index of different themes, from forgiveness to relationships to anger, sadness, grief, all sorts of topics. And you can just choose whatever session matches your theme for the day or your forgiveness. There's also currently one topic called, I think it's called joy, because there was one person asking me like, what if I'm just actually cheerful? Can I also do a session? So I made a different topic for, if you're just feeling to sing with me and be in the joy, then that's also possible. So I'll just share the link of it here. You can find more info there, and there's currently a big discount, so you can check it out. I'll have that up for a few more days. And then, of course, I'm coming to the States for 3 months. I'll be touring from Florida up to Toronto from May to August. I saw Susan was in there already sharing her event that's going to be in Florida. But there's going to be like 29 events. So you can go to my website. Almost all of them are up. Just a few more I need to confirm. But most of them are up already. So you can go to nedaboin.com /events. And you can check it all out there. So, and then of course my new CD and everything, you can get it on my website, also on Spotify. Everything's there. You can follow me on Instagram if you're on Instagram. All of those things are there. I have a YouTube channel with lots of Course in Miracles songs, also songs that aren't on the album or on Spotify. So you can check that out as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, and the last thing, I have a Bali retreat coming up in November. It's going to be a week-long voice liberation, Course in Miracles, beautiful excursions with 7 nights, 8 days. So if you're up for a beautiful Bali retreat, you can find that on my website as well. It's going to be November this year. Yeah. And
That
then the
sounds
song.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful. All right. And yes, another song. Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I had the song Shadows and Snakes coming to mind because that's also what we've been talking about this, yeah, seeing these snakes that are actually just ropes, and this song really came to me at a time where I was really struggling with seeing the innocence in my brother, and not being able to see it. And I was asking the spirit, just please replace these thoughts of anger, of hurt, of hate, of doubt, of fear. And let me know that these shadows can't truly harm me, that these snakes are actually just pieces of rope. That I want to wake up. I want to use this relationship to know who I truly am. Replace my thoughts of anger and doubt. Replace my thoughts of hatred and fear, and wipe my tears away. Love shall be my guide today. I don't want to be afraid of shadows and ropes seem like snakes. I fell down on my knees to pray. Oh, please shine the dark away. Oh, these shadows, shadows and snakes. guide me through the rain. Light shall be my guide today. I don't want to be afraid. Oh, of shadows and ropes seem like snakes. I fell down on my knees to pray. Oh, please shine the dark away. Oh, these shadows and snakes. My heart aches, can you wake me up? I am traveling from fear to love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So lovely. And I see someone there playing along with the guitar. That's lovely. I just want to share, I have all the sheet music up on my website as well. If you want to play the songs for yourself, you can go to my website and look in the shop, or go to nedaboin.com/shop, and you'll see the sheet music of both my first album and my second album. So you can play them for yourself and send them to me if you do.
That is beautiful. I'm so happy to know that. Wow. Thank you.
Thank
Ah,
you, Jennifer.
yes. I just feel filled to flowing over. Thank you so much, Neda. And Angela, why don't you seal it for us with a prayer here?
Wow. Oh, so grateful to have experienced this healing. So grateful for the love of God, which has streamed through the music from Neda and this container you have created, Jennifer. How blessed are we to have been together, to have touched our hearts and felt true love, and to have spoken to the depths of our being, that we are innocent. And we are so grateful to go forth and hold this truth for ourselves and practice coming back to this truth, and really build the strength of this belief, this as a muscle. And we're grateful to sow these seeds of truth and see the innocence and the truth in our brothers and sisters as we go forward. So thank you, God. Thank you, everyone here, for making this so beautiful. We're so blessed. We go forth to be the blessing. And so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being a part of our service today. Hope to see you next Sunday on Easter. God bless you. I love you. Thank you, Neda. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, GJ, and everyone who helped make this possible. Mwah.